Hello. Okay, so this video is meant to help you with your 4.08 interior angles of a polygon quiz in the OLS. So let's first talk about the formulas for interior angles. So when we are trying to find, I'm sorry, yeah, we're trying to find interior angles. S is the number of interior angles, and N is the number of congruent sides. So this is an octagon would have 8 sides. So that is where we're going to go ahead and plug that number in here. Okay, so we have interior angles. What is the sum of the measure of interior angles of a hexagon? So we need to know how many sides a hexagon is. So let's go ahead and grab that formula just one more time. So we have n minus 2 times 180. So our interior is n minus 2 times 180. And n stands for the number of sides. A hexagon, hexa means 5, so this is 5 sides. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug 5 into here times 180. All right, let's do parentheses first. 5 minus 2 is 3. And then 3 times 180 is 540. What is the measure of each interior angle of a regular hexagon? So in this case, we need to know the total number of all of them added up. And we did this in this previous example, okay? We use this formula to find out the sum of all of the angles inside that hexagon is 540. So we know that if we were to add up, if we were to add up all of the angles, why do I keep putting plus signs? If we were to add them all up, they would equal 540. So I don't know the interior angles. I know that they're all going to be the same amount though, so that helps me. So really, if I were to just take them, we're talking about 5 different angles. I'm sorry, 5 angles, all the same measure, right? And I'm going to add them all up. And that should give me 540 because I use that formula to tell me that the sum of all of them together, and sum means to add, is 540. But we can also write this a lot prettier. So we can write this as 5x because it's 5x, 5 x's. So now I need to solve for x by itself. So in order to do this, I just have to divide the number because 5 is currently being multiplied to it. So I need to do my inverse operation. So 540 divided by 5 is 108. So each angle in that hexagon is 108. An octagon, octa means 8, so has an angle measure, so these are the angle measures. What is the value of x that can be used to find the unknown angle measures? Okay, so we first need to know, we need to find the sum of what all these would add up to, because this is going to turn into be a multi-step equation here. So if I were to add these angles up, 50 plus 90 plus 200 plus x plus 60 plus 2x plus 2x plus x plus x. They are all going to equal something if I were to add them up. However, I need to do a little bit of math on the side to figure out what they're going to add up to. So that we're going to do a little side math. So that sum, remember, is n minus 2 times 180. So that sum is 8 minus 2, because it's 8 sides, times 180. So sum is 6 times 180. 6 times 180 is 1080. Okay, so that number is what I put here. So now I have this entire thing, all these added up together equals 180. This is really ugly. This is super ugly. I want to make this look a whole lot prettier, right? So in order to do that, I need to combine like terms. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to go down and I'm going to focus on my variables. How many do we have, right? So we have 1, 2 more, 2 more, another one, and another one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 x's in total. So now we need to look at the now look at the numbers that are constants, right? The ones that don't have x's. So we have this number, this number, this number. Okay, I think that's all. All right, so now let's combine all these. So we have 50 plus 90 plus 200 plus 60, which is 400. Now this looks a lot prettier. Oops. That looks a lot prettier. 400. I'm going to write this a whole lot prettier. I'm sorry about my terrible handwriting today, man. 400 plus 7x equals 180. Let's make this prettier. 400 plus 7x equals 1080. Okay. So now we're going to solve for this. We want x by itself. So we have to work from the outside in. So it's farthest away inward. So the first thing would be subtracting 400. I'm going to bring this down. 7x equals 1080 minus 400 is 680. And then just divide the 7. 680 divided by 7. It said round your answer to the nearest tenth. So I got 97.1428, like a bunch of them. So it's definitely 97.1 because it says to the nearest tenth.